All right. Ah, very good. Dang. Guys, I have some pretty awesome news. I have some of the best news ever. You're not going to believe it. We're pumping. We're actually pumping. Don't you see that, guys? We're pumping, dude. Let's see who's the first. Let's see who's the first one to notice. It's pumping. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to see the green. That's all we needed to do, guys. That's all we needed to do, just to find the ticker that's pumping. That's all. I mean, come on. Find the pumping, and it all is gonna make sense, right? Guys, that is oil. We don't want that to pump. We don't want that to pump. It's an XRP price watch live. Welcome, guys. Wonder if Trump is gonna say something about it. I mean, might be. So I'll be here. It's already coming up somewhat soon. Maybe at 3 or so. Let's come to the calendar, and yeah, at 3. So it's about to be 3. So yeah, there's gonna be some media. There might be some questions, right? So I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm locked in, ready to go. So everybody, for reference, right? We don't want oil to pump, right? The more oil pumps, the worse for you and your economy and everybody's economy, right? So FY. My question is, compare oil to XRP. What the correlation, right? I know, guys. I know. Now, here's the deal. Donald J. Trump just posted this. TJ in the house, Ghost in the house, welcome. Cyber in the house, welcome. Brandon in the house, welcome, guys. Check this out. Where is Jerome Too Late Powell today? So Donald Trump is saying he should be dropping rates immediately. Immediately. Not waiting for the next FOMC. This is huge. Trump is saying you oughta cut yesterday. As we know, Jerome Powell doesn't care at all about what Trump says. Jerome Powell doesn't care. So this is something that he just posted about, what, 1 hour ago? 1 hour ago. So he wants rates to go down because it's going to help the government. It's going to help this election. It's going to help everyone as far as price goes. Jerome Papa Powell, he's not listening to Donald J. Trump, right? And I think a lot of people would agree that's a good thing because you want the Fed to be independent, right? I mean, makes sense. Makes sense, of course. Oh, wait. There you go. But that is not helping Donald J. Trump with ongoing situations right now, for all the things that are going on for this administration and the war and the conflict. It's just not helping at all. Wait. I want Fox News. Wait. Back. Go home, Jerome Powell. But that's what he said. Also, he said that the Iranian national soccer team, right, We also heard this one too. That was funny. That was funny. Bro, I'm on X and I'm on TikTok and all of that. Oh no. Getting this one. There you go. Let's go to Fox. Starts in 0 minutes. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at CNN? I know, don't come after me. Don't come after me. I'm gonna try CNN. Why not? let's do CNN. Let's see how many times they say Trump is a good president. All right. We got signal right here. We got a stream. Right now, the media is talking about what happened in the synagogue in Michigan. So there was a shooting, sadly, of course, a shooting earlier today. That's what they're talking right now. We got some comments here in the house. I've been holding XRP for 4 years. I think XRP will never go past $4. Brad and the Ripple team are worth billions. Brad network is 10 billion. Ripple will make sure XRP stays below $4. Okay. Thank you for voicing your opinions, bro. That's exactly what we go live, because there's a lot of people like you. I mean, you've been holding XRP for 4 years, and that's a lot of time. That's a long time, bro. I guess that, like many people, frustration comes in, and I mean, that makes sense, bro. That makes total sense. Eduardo in the house. What's up, buddy? Welcome. Glad to see you, Eduardo. Good afternoon, Randy. Glad to see all those shields, those blue shields from the admins from the community. As you're seeing right now on the screen, guys, we're actually pumping, but it is not what you want to see pump. That is oil, guys. Meaning there's an inverse relationship. If oil goes up, well, BTC is not going to move up. And XRP and altcoins right now are getting hammered. They're getting destroyed. Emergency rate cuts ain't a good thing. Nick Jones. Is Trump draft emergency rate cuts? More war. Blue Shield Army, of course. He might say something about Iran, so I'm pretty excited for that. Let's see. Nice. Yeah. We're ready for it. There's gonna be Melania Trump, of course. This is hosting a Women's History Month. Look at that piano. That piano sounds good. That Caroline? Oh yeah, that's Caroline. Piano sounds good quality, huh? The United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when the price goes up, we make a lot of money. I think a lot of people will be like, well, give us some of that money, because there's a lot of people that I've watched struggling a lot. Just the way it is. I'm not lying when I say it, The middle class and the low income to middle class are having a hard time right now. They're not investing, guys. They are not investing. They are the ones that could be. I mean, obviously some are investing, but what I'm saying is, at that bracket, you're concerned about surviving. You're concerned about, hey, let's make ends meet, right? So if you have the privilege and the honor and the opportunity to buy the dip, that honestly puts you way ahead of millions of people. Many, many, many millions of people, because a lot of people right now are trying to buy gas. So those are pains, short-term pains that we're seeing so far. Dean in the house says, just wait for clarity to come through. Will make such a difference. Just constant delays from the banks and whatnot. Fabian Gonzalez, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Good to see you. Charlie Brown music. I know, right? I'll say this, guys. The Democrats don't want to give a win to President Donald J. Trump. That's a fact. The Democrats are right now holding steady with the DHS partial shutdown. It's just not going to happen. The Democrats don't, I mean, they don't even like Clarity Act, guys. They don't like it. Obviously, we know that we need Clarity Act. Nothing is moving, bro. Nothing is moving. And right now, we're just waiting for, this conflict to end at the end of the day. In due time, right? We can actually make some money. We're finding ways, to get some cash on the side, but realistically speaking, it is affecting the whole world. And I just saw that Russia is actually making a lot more money right now because they're selling oil, right? Like a lot of countries were buying from Iran through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, because it's closed, they're buying from Russia, and Russia is making money. And that money is going to help finance and prolong the war. You see that? I guess the Americans, like the U.S., Trump, as mentioned by Pete Hegseth like 2 days ago, they weren't expecting with 100% accuracy that the Iranians will just shut down the strait. So far, we know that the U.S. can at some point use more military force to push them on the side and then open it. But so far, what we've heard from earlier today, the first statement by the new supreme leader was to keep the strait closed and that they're not going to surrender. So that's not what Trump wants. Therefore, we're going to have more conflict. And if we have more conflict, well, what happens, Oscar? Well, you get to buy cheaper XRP. That's what happens, guys. You get to buy some cheaper crypto. Just what it is. Now, Dave, you say that you heard the Democrats are polling awful. So far, what I've seen, they're polling well because the Democrats know that normal people that don't care about the news but just see the bank account going down and not making enough money, they're just gonna go with the main headline, and the main headline is Donald J. Trump is causing all the problems. Let's get him out of office. That's what's happening right now. Donald J. Trump is the consequence to all of this, is the root cause, and the consequence is that I don't have any money. Therefore, Donald J. Trump is to blame. Let's get him out by voting blue with a massive blue wave. That's what the Democrats want for everybody, all those 70 to 80 million voters. And they're being successful so far because DHS is partially closed. Now there's this, conflict. They have a few things that they can leverage, basically. And Trump knows that he wants the Save America Act to pass, but they're still going through. It's going to be a long ride for us, guys. I think we have the first lady coming up right now. The first lady is coming up. I saw the second lady. Now we might have the first one coming up anytime. Drop a like, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome, Oscar here. Very happy to see you here. Yes, and our kid's about to get draft letters, so we must go now. If it touch $1 per XRP coin, I'm going 5,000x one-time opportunity. What's up, Cyber? You know how things roll, huh? We're chilling, you said. Clarity Act not sounding good, man. What's up, Blue Cave? But once all of this ends, we are going up for sure. Well, I mean, yes. The thing is that we're about to end one thing and then there's something new happening. Remember that a few months ago, it was, oh, look, there's a shutdown. There's a shutdown feeder. We just left the longest shutdowns, 43 days. That was just October, November, bro. Not been that long ago. It was last year, but it was late last year. That was the longest shutdown. And now Greenland. Oh, Greenland, watch out with Greenland. There's going to be a conflict with Europe, with NATO. Okay, Greenland is on. What's next? Oh, Venezuela. Oh, Venezuela, Maduro. Oh, okay, there's another issue. Okay, that's next. Oh, Iran. It's like we're about to close something, finally help the markets. And then it's always something else popping out of nowhere, bro. And that's what's just pushing our prices down, and it's not helping your pocket, and it is just what it is. And obviously, the Democrats are just trying and earning all that much real estate because, well, they don't have any of the chambers, right? They don't have the Supreme Court, they don't have the House, they don't have the Senate, and they don't have the White House, right? So obviously, right now, Trump is locked in with the plan of epic fury, and we'll just see how it ends. Because not a lot of people care that Iran has the capability of building a nuclear weapon, but they care that they're paying $10 extra for gas. You feel me? Obviously, in the macro, you don't want Iran with nuclear weapons. I mean, that's kind of like silly, of course. But normal people, voters, are not thinking about, oh, look, now it's destroyed. No, they care about how much they're paying, in all different places. So that's why there might be a big change as we're getting closer to the midterms. If not, I mean, Trump is probably going to lose this one. The Republicans might lose it. I mean, that's just the facts. About 2 weeks ago, it is how it all started, and it's changing dramatically. Why? Because of oil. Because of oil. If we go back to $100 per barrel, guys, that's going to hurt. And guess what they said? The Iranians said, hey, we want $200 per barrel. $200 per barrel, guys. That will kill it. I mean, that will be enough to destroy completely someone's election.
First Lady Melania Trump.
We love women. So let's listen up, everybody. Drop a like.
Good afternoon. Please sit down. It is wonderful to see here in the White House so many incredible women this afternoon. The strength of America is closely tied to the role women play in shaping their children's character, education, and morals. The values cultivated within our communities shape the voice and vision of our next generation. A woman's influence strengthens our democracy, capital markets, and time-tested business institutions. Across the country today, women are finding unique ways to balance career ambition and family. We all know these incredible women. They dominate America's workforce now more than ever before. As a visionary, I know success is not born overnight, but rather takes shape after a long and sometimes challenging process. Often alone at the top, I follow my passion, listen to my instinct, and always maintain a laser focus. In solitude, my creative mind dances, filling my imagination with originality. Attention to detail, demanding schedules, and multitasking are everyday realities when building towards success. The principle resonates across all my roles as a mother, humanitarian, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. As well as with my new film, where I shaped its creative direction, served as a producer, managed post-production, and activated the marketing campaign. Curiosity is a core value that keeps me ahead of the curve. Curiosity begets knowledge, opening doors to ideas and industry that I have otherwise overlooked. This unrestricted mindset has led me to build across very different sectors: fashion, digital assets, publishing, accessories, skincare, commercial television, and of course, filmmaking. The lessons I learned when launching my earliest ventures, such as how to build a brand, create superior product design, and activate an advertising campaign, remains just as relevant today. Markets evolve, technologies change, but the fundamentals of thoughtful leadership and continuous learning are everlasting. To all of the young women, entrepreneurs, and future leaders, make time for yourself, educate yourself daily, and spread your passion. Be courageous and take risks. Advance your profession through inspiration. Be a bold chief executive while keeping your family, if you choose so, at the center of your nation's future. And now, it is my privilege to introduce our Commander-in-Chief, who throughout his career has demonstrated a strong commitment to promoting women in leadership roles. Please welcome the President, Donald J. Trump.
Well, thank you very much. Movie star, can you believe this? Can you believe it? That wasn't supposed to happen. We were supposed to have a nice, normal life. But she's terrific and big success. And I think it was #1 last night streaming. It went on streaming last night. It was #1. So I don't know. Maybe she's getting a little too big for the White House. We'll have to think about it.
You'll see XRP,
anyway,
man.
Thank you, honey.
Let's go.
It really is something. I want to really congratulate you, and I want to thank everyone for being here today. It's very exciting. It's always exciting to be with you. We love women. Women are the whole deal, okay?
It's true. It's true.
And today is very special because we celebrate Women's History Month. That's what it's about every year. And before we begin, I want to send our love to the Michigan Jewish community and all of the people in Detroit area following the attack on the Jewish synagogue early today. And I've been briefed, fully briefed, and it's a terrible thing, but it goes on. We're going to be right down to the bottom of it. It's absolutely incredible that things like this happen. On another front, an entirely different front, the situation with Iran is moving along very rapidly. It's doing very well. Our military is unsurpassed. There's never been anything like it. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And we're doing what has to be done. Should have been done during a 47-year period. Could have been done by a lot of different people. They chose not to do it. But they really are a nation of terror and hate. And they're paying a big price right now. We're honored to be joined by many extraordinary ladies, working moms, and amazing women who are making history themselves. You really are. I want to thank Second Lady Usha Vance, who's a fantastic person. Where is Usha? Usha? And really, you have been such an inspiration to a lot of women. Usha, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And your husband's doing a good job.
JD.
The youngest and perhaps the best White House press secretary in history. Caroline, where's Caroline? Doing a fantastic job, Caroline. She keeps me straight. She keeps you, no, sir, you can't do that. You can't do this. I can't do anything. Life would be so much more exciting, wouldn't it? Thank you, Caroline. Great. Attorney General Pam Bondi, my friend. Good, good. Got some big things in store. She's doing a great job. Thank you, Pam. Labor Secretary Lori Chavez DeRemer. Thank you, Lori. Thank you very much. Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, who just had, what did you get, 84, 85% of the vote? What's going on? You know? Now I can tell this story. I would, but Cindy Hyde called me up years ago when she first ran. It was a tough race. It was one of their top people in the White House. I won't mention the president because we don't want to mention anybody. Get yourself in a lot of trouble. But it was a top person, and it looked very tough for any Republican candidate. And Cindy Hyde was the one, and she was not, I don't know, not like the people that knew her loved her, but not a lot of people knew her. And she said, sir, could you do me a favor? Could you give me a rally? I said, a rally's a big deal. And I got there, and she said, would you stay and do another rally in another part of the state? Nobody's ever, and we ended up with 3 of them, and she won in a landslide, right? And now she's at 85%. And now she wins. She doesn't need rallies. I say, do you want me to do a rally? I don't need any rallies, sir. She got 85%. Good. I was so happy to see. I'm not surprised, but I was so happy. And that's because you've done a great job. Great job. Thank you very much. Representatives, Virginia Fox, my friend for a long time. Virginia, thank you. Kat Kamek. Kat, thank you very much. Thank you, Kat. Diana Harshbarger. Where's Diana? Diana, thank you. A friend of mine, a very talented person, too, very smart, Victoria Sparks. We argue, but we always come to the same place. Doing a good job. And, of course, Kellyanne Conway. Has anyone ever heard of her? She's fantastic. She's in there fighting. She's a Kellyanne. A friend of mine said, you know that Kellyanne, I admire her, the way she goes in and she screams at those people she's got us, meaning the media, because this is a man that doesn't do very well with the media. It's one of those things. But thank you, Kellyanne. And also, I want to thank the New York Stock Exchange and the person who is so instrumental in its great success, Lynn Martin. Thank you very much, Lynn. Great job. Great job. Say hello to Jeff, right? Thank you very much. Going all the way back to our nation's founding in 1776, America has been strengthened beyond measure by the courage, by the spirit, love, devotion, and the incredible woman. I mean, all of these incredible women who have served our nation, uplifted our communities, pioneered new industries, and been the heart and soul of the American family. And they are the heart and soul. From Martha Washington to Betsy Ross, from Clara Barton to Amelia Earhart, and Rosa Parks to Aretha Franklin, American women have propelled us to even greater heights. And now the Trump administration is working every single day to make America better, safer, and more prosperous for women and men, but much more importantly for women. And they are really the inspiration. They are so powerful and so important and so beautiful. I'm not allowed to use the word beautiful, but I'm using it anyway. Usually it's the end of your political career. If you say a woman's a beautiful woman, they say that's a termination of his career, but somehow it hasn't hurt too much. You're incredible women and you're beautiful women. Well, we're here to celebrate Women's History Month today. We also are celebrating National Working Moms Day, a very special day. And since I took office, we've created more than 300,000 jobs now filled by proud, hardworking American women. It's a record. The number of women-owned businesses increased by 1.2 million last year alone. That's also a record. These are all records. Got a lot of records. Think of that, 1.2 million last year alone, businesses opened by women. Very ambitious people, very, very ambitious, very, very amazing. To support working moms like many in this room, last year we passed the largest tax cuts in American history. So our opponents, as you know, want to raise taxes. We decided to lower taxes. All my life, I've watched politicians. I've only started this about 10 years ago. But I watched politicians, and I watched them so diligently. I loved it. I loved watching. They would say, we will cut your taxes. We're going to cut your taxes. We'll cut your taxes. Even if they didn't mean it, they said it. The Democrats say, we will raise your taxes. I've never heard anything. But maybe that's why we won in a landslide. Maybe. But we did cut your taxes. And that includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. That's a big deal. And with us today is Heather Kell, joined by her 14-year-old beautiful son, Finley. Heather is a single mom and waitress in Hendersonville, North Carolina, a great place. And thanks to the One Big Beautiful Bill, she got a big, beautiful tax refund of $4,000 this year, which she didn't expect. And Heather, please come up and tell us how excited you are to receive that. Come on up, Heather. Thank you. Thank you,
I'm going to be doing my taxes soon, too, fam.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today. I have been a waitress for over 20 years, and a lot of the people I've seen come and go in the industry are single moms, and they work hard. They're the hardest working people I know. And then at the end of the year, they're always super stressed out because they don't know where they're going to come up with the extra couple $1,000s that they owe on the taxes. And this year, I had to do a double take. I had to do my taxes twice to make sure this was real. I couldn't believe it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Planist.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I love that ending. Wasn't that beautiful? That's from the heart. That's from the heart. Thanks, Heather. Spend it wisely, right? Thank you. Also with us is Nora Pruitt, a proud mom of 7 and a sheet metal worker from Baltimore, Maryland. She's seeing how our manufacturing renaissance is bringing opportunity back to America. And if you would, please come up, Nora. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think I'm gonna pay some delicious tax, fam. Help.
Hi, I'm Nora Pruitt. I'm blessed with a wonderful husband, Jason Pruitt, and my 7 adorable children. I'm a working mom. I used to be a housekeeper for 9 years. A year ago, I got a job, a career job, at Marlin Steel Wire Productions in Baltimore, Maryland. I was matched with great pay, a 401k with great match. I got a huge promotion to set up a wire forming machine. We only use USA Steel, and we only make in the USA. With the Big Beautiful Bill, we were able to buy one of the most expensive tools our factory's ever bought. Within that, it totally changed our lives. We were able to buy a 5-bedroom home on an acre of land.
Wow.
I just want to tell you thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. That's a house.
That's pretty good, huh?
That's a house.
So we have another person that I'm going to introduce. You know, they said, you mind bringing up 5 people? I said, not really, but it's a lot. Then I looked at him and I said, how about some more like that? We want more. But thank you. It's great. Great job you did. Another working mom benefiting from our policies is Lexi Chambers. And she's a second-generation farmer from Virginia who's got 2 wonderful daughters, June and Tilly. They're benefiting from our One Big Beautiful Bill. I always say Great Big Beautiful Bill because I like it better, Pam. They say, sir, that's not the exact. I said, don't worry about it. It'll be just fine. Great Big Beautiful Bill, because that's what it is. And the $12 billion in farm relief we issued using tariff revenue. We get $12 billion. We took in tremendous amounts of money. We're taking in money because of the tariffs and really Jobs are coming in through the roof, and we have factories being built all over the country. As an example, in the last administration, less than $1 trillion in 4 years. We've taken in $18 trillion plus in 11 months. We haven't included the 12th month yet. So we're at more than $18 trillion, and it's a record in the history of our country. We've never done anything, and that was for a lot of good things. It was because of November 5th, but it was also because of tariffs. So, Lexi, please come up and say a few words. Lexi, come on up, Lexi.
Lexi, I don't think I'm going to get a refund, bro. I'm going to pay. I'll keep you in the know. I'll keep you in suspense.
Hi, my daughter June had to join me. She was not one to stay. As a wife of a second-generation Virginia farmer, one of my biggest goals, second to teaching my children to love Jesus above all else,
Amen.
is to ensure that my daughters have the opportunity to farm one day. President Trump, your support of American agriculture through your changes and updates of the estate tax relief for family farms has allowed families like mine the opportunity to ensure that my daughters can farm one day. Thank you for your work on OBBB and your support of the American family farm.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Those are amazing women. I'm so happy I'm live. Shout out to the
one
women
of the
watching us
things
right now.
that we were just thinking about and talking about, and something so important is exactly that. You mentioned, I never mentioned it, but so big when you want to pass on your farm to your beautiful daughter someday. A lot of people, until we came along, I came along, we all came along together, you had a tremendous estate tax. They call it a death tax. You want the farm to go, well, they had tremendous estate tax. In some cases, they're sort of semi-land rich but cash poor, but that's the way it is sometimes. And farms were being lost all over the country. They were being taken away from the banks. And we ended the death tax. We ended it for the farmers, for manufacturers, and small businesses. So you're not going to be losing your farms anymore. Okay? It's going to be a long time from now, many, many years, 70, 80 years, but it's just going to have no tax to pay, okay? It's going to be in a long time. Thank you very much. That was great. One of the most important ways we can support women is by bringing law and order and public safety back to our country. And for the past 10 months in a row, think of that, 10 months in a row, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States, which is an amazing number. In 1 year, we've seen the largest decline in the murder rate in 125 years. It's back to the year 1900. That's before my father was born. He never liked talking about age. He probably would hate me saying that, but it was before. Way before my father was born. And 125 years, the lowest number of murders. And part of that is what we've done with your department, Pam, and what we've done with some other departments. And Homeland has been amazing. So many people have worked so hard. You know, Washington, D.C. did not have a great reputation for security and safety. And now, as you know, it's the single, well, let's just say it's real safe. Because somebody's going to have to be very careful with the fake news media. They will say, well, wait a minute, there was a place in Tennessee that was it's gone from a very dangerous place where a lot of bad things happen to one of the safest cities in the country. You can come here now, and we've had an amazing record. It's been incredible. It's a real turnaround. Likewise, Memphis, Tennessee, a lot of problems. The mayor called, the governor called, and we went out and did a job, and in 3 months, crime is down 74%, and we'll get it down even beyond that, much beyond that. It was very quick. But I also deployed the National Guard to bring back safety to Memphis and New Orleans and all these other places, and they have done some job. What great people they are. Our capital is now considered, in fact, here's a stat, the safest capital anywhere in the world. How about that? We went from probably the most unsafe. I think we went from the most unsafe to certainly one of the safest. And here today is an outstanding female law enforcement officer keeping her community safe, Sheriff Michelle Cook from Clay County, Florida. Great place, Florida. Come on up. Michelle grew up in a military family, started as an officer almost 35 years ago, and has now been sheriff for nearly 6 years. And She's done a great job, and maybe more importantly, she's a great mom, they say. I think you're a great mom. So thank you very much, Michelle. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, the only place safer than Washington is going to be Clay County, Florida. Okay, all right. Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Cook, and I am a 35-year law enforcement veteran, and I currently serve as the sheriff, elected sheriff in Clay County, Florida. And I'd like to thank the President, Mrs. Trump, for having all these beautiful women in here today. Thank you so much. My husband, Don, and I are raising a big, beautiful blended family that includes 6 kids. And there's 2 topics that I know very, very well. That's raising kids and serving my community. Raising a family is an honor, and with President Trump's no tax on overtime law, families can now recognize additional dollars from their hard work. Up to $12,500 per individual, and up to $25,000 back in the pockets of hardworking Americans who work overtime to make their families happy and to provide the necessities that they need. And I want to say thank you for that, because it is making a difference in Clay County, Florida. I'd also like to talk about law enforcement. As I mentioned, I've done 35 years in this field. And one thing that I will tell you is that crime will rise to the level that a community allows it to rise. And when you have a president of the United States standing up from the Whitest House of the White House in the Washington, D.C., saying that we will have law and order in our nation, that sets the tone and that sets the expectation. And I can tell you, it is an honor to serve my community with you at the very top, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Bravo. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome, fam. Drop a like. Send it.
In closing, I would like to say God bless our first responders, God bless our military, God bless our president, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
That was pretty awesome. Nice.
Thank you. Great job. And she looks like no games. I'm watching her. I'm saying, she looks like a tough one. Thank you. And I hear you do an incredible job. I got the word from Florida. Great honor. As we make our community safe again, my administration is also fighting for school choice and also bringing education back to the states so that you run them, right, Virginia? So that you run them from your local community, not from Washington, D.C. We've done that, and Linda McMahon has done an incredible job, by the way. And that's done so that American moms can send their children to a school that shares their values and everything else. The Trump administration listens to women and moms, which is why we are doing more to help women struggling with infertility than any administration in history. This all started when I got a call from Katie Britt, a great senator from Alabama. I don't know if she's here, but I never said be here. But she did call me, and she said, listen, we have a problem. And she explained the problem. I wasn't that familiar with it, I must tell you. But after about 2 minutes, I understood it very well. And we really took that issue, infertility. We took the whole situation with what was happening. So many bad things were happening throughout the country, and we solved it with my most favored nation agreements that we just had approved by other countries, just about all the countries all over the world, which had they always said, Kellyanne, you couldn't get them to do it. I got them all to do it, and the calls lasted not even that long a period. I said, you got to do it, because we were paying the highest price anywhere in the world for drugs and prescription drugs, and now we're paying the lowest price anywhere in the world. They had to agree to it. They did. They had to agree. They said it would be impossible to get. The drug companies had to get them, but they didn't care because they said, you'll never get the countries, but I got the countries quickly. I said, listen, Emmanuel, like France, just as an example, you have to double the price of your drugs. You'll still be low, but you have to double them. No, I will not do that, Donald. I will not do that. Are you crazy? I'm not going to double the price. But this has gone on for 35 years. And I said, no, you're going to do it. You're going to, no, I will not do it. Yes, you are. And I'll tell you why. Because if you don't do it, I'm going to put a big tariff on everything coming in from France or whatever country, because I made numerous of these calls. And it took me, the first answer was always, no, 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 I will not do it. The second answer was like, well, I agreed to do it. And every single country agreed. And because of that, we are cutting your drug prices by 60, 70, 80, and even 90%. Can you believe that? That's the biggest thing to happen in medicine in so long. And when you think about it, you know, it used to be, I had a time, we had a very successful first term, best economy ever. We did a lot of great things. We rebuilt our military. That's one of the reasons we're doing so well now with our military. I never thought I'd have to be using it so much. But when you look at what they did in Venezuela and now what they're doing in Iran, it's been amazing. But when you look at all of this, everybody was saying that this could never be done with the drugs. It could never be done. And in my first term, I was so proud of myself because I was able to cut the drugs 1/4 of a pence. Now, this doesn't sound so good, but I was proud. 28 years, drug costs went up, and it never stopped. Went up, up, up. And I had, in my third year, I cut drugs by 1/4 of 1%. And it was like a big deal because that never happened before. And I had a news conference. I announced that I cut drugs 1/4. It's the first time in 28 years. But now I cut drug prices by 80%, 75%. A low one, a bad one, would be 50%. Think of it, 1/4 of a percent, I was happy. But, you know, with experience, you learn. And these are the biggest drug price cuts this country's ever had by 25 times. And I think it's going to make a very big difference, all you great Congress people back there that helped me. It's going to make a great difference. There's never been anything like it. It's called Most Favored Nation agreements. I got them with all the countries. And so now instead of paying the highest price in the whole world, we're paying the lowest price in the whole world. Oh, it's pretty good. And I'm very, very happy, very proud of that, actually. It should be the biggest story. I don't get any, nobody wants to write about it. That's why I talk about it. They don't want to write about it. There was a little story like this in the New York Times. Should have been headlines. I picked up the New York Times. I said to my wife, oh, this is a big one. This is going to be front pages. I couldn't find the story. I said, oh, they must have been a little bit late. You know, they are a lot late. So I figured it was the next day. I looked the next day. There was nothing. It's unbelievable. How would you like to cut drug prices, Kellyanne? How would you like to cut drug prices by 80% and not have a story about it? Something a little cuckoo there, isn't there? But the people got it. That's why we won. The people got it, Sheriff, right? But I'm also doing something else with, I think was, you know, not much. To me, I say, can this really be possible? We're keeping men out of women's sports. Is that okay with 90% of the people? And we're putting that in the Save America Act as one of our 5. That's voter ID. We want voter ID. We want proof of citizenship. We want no transgender mutilization of your children. We don't want transgender mutilation. That's number 3. We want no men in women's sports. That's number 4. And we don't want to have mail-in voting. Where the votes go, where the hell do they come from? So we do that. It's 5 things. They're all 99%. They say, oh, that's an 80% issue, like voter ID. No, I think it's a 99. I think the Democrats have it at 87%. The leadership doesn't want it. Why don't you want voter ID? There's only one reason. Ready? Because you want to cheat. Okay? They blame it on all sorts of things. They came up, they said it's racist. They came up with things that you have to say their imagination is great. No. We're not going to let them cheat like they did in a certain election that we won't talk about. But that election was, and they cheat now. Look, we're not going to let it happen. So we're going to go get the Save America Act, not the Save Act. Nobody knew what the Save Act meant. The Save Act, what save what? Save America Act. And we're going to do everything we can. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe we're having a hard time. I think anybody that votes against it shouldn't be allowed to run for office. You want to know the truth. But we're working very hard on it. It shouldn't be. Every one of those 5 points, every one of them is, I think, close to a 95%. They say voter ID, that's an 80% issue. It's not 80%. It's 99%, I believe, and so are most of the others. So there's 5 points. I call them best of. They're best of Trump, like best of for an athlete, the best plays, best of. These are best of Trump. So hopefully we're going to get them. But I'm also keeping the men out of the women's sports, and I signed an executive order declaring that there are only 2 genders, male and female. Complicated, isn't it? Male and female. I don't think the First Lady's going to have a problem. Am I okay with that one? I'm not, because she will say to me sometimes, I don't like that particular stance. I don't know. That's okay. We like that baby cry. Melania would say, I don't like that particular stance, but I think we're okay on that one. 2 genders, okay? Male and female. I think so. We'll be okay. And we have put the world on notice that America will not allow men to compete against women in the 2028 Olympics, where we have the Olympics. And we have the Olympics, we have the World Cup coming up, and we have 20, the biggest is 250, and I did all 3 of them. I did the Olympics, I got the Olympics, then I got the World Cup, then I got 250, but I've never been given credit for that. The men, they won't give me credit for 250 years, but I'm here for 250. I tried to take credit for that, but I haven't been able to get it. But a person that I recognized immediately when I came into the room, I looked down, I said, because I didn't read, I can't, if I prepare my speeches, I won't have time to get things done. Do you ever hear that? Yeah, I cannot prepare. So I didn't know who the hell I was speaking to, but I walked in and I saw this beautiful woman with the blonde hair. I watched that bobsled. I don't know how the hell you do it, Kaylee. But Kaylee was the star, big star of the Olympics and other Olympics also. And she's a 6-time Olympic medalist. Think of that. And she's won more gold medals than any other female bobsledder in history. She's a total champion. I watched the whole deal with you. You were getting ready, and they said, maybe, I don't know. She was prime, 8 years ago. They said that was terrible. And then you ended up winning again, You're going to be prime for a long time, I'll tell you that. What a tremendous athlete, and it's an honor. But I literally walked in, and I said, because I don't know most of you, unfortunately, but I knew her, because I watched that whole thing. And she recently got back from Cortina, Italy, where she won 2 bronze medals as America cheered her on, and she's won the golds, and she's won more than anybody else, and it's amazing to have you here, and it's a great honor. Come on up, Kaylee. Please.
I don't know about braver, but it's a real honor to be here today. Yes, I'm a 6-time Olympic medalist, 3 of them gold, but the title, I'm most proud of his mom. Thank you. Yes. My journey to motherhood was a 2.5-year process through IVF. And I was constantly told that as soon as I became a mom, my career in athletics was going to be over. I was never going to reach the Olympic podium again. Mentally, physically, I could never get my body and my mind back. And I think the ultimate way to tell somebody that, they'll never do it, say don't do it, and I'm going to go out and do it. That's just how it goes. The ultimate dream I had was to become a mom and then be able to stand on the Olympic podium. And this year I got to do that with my 1.5-year-old son. Thank you.
Nice.
Yes.
That's all we want.
So being able to earn these 2 bronze medals, they feel like gold. They really do. He is my gold medal and will always be for the rest of my entire life. As a legal immigrant competing for the United States of America, a country that has adopted me, it's one of the greatest honors I've had in my entire life. Having my 1-year-old son chase me around the Olympic podium, another huge honor and a dream come true. I want to encourage every single mother out there to follow your dreams and don't let anybody put limits on what you believe you can do. The only Olympic medalist we're actually allowed to award what's called the Order of ECOS. So every Olympic medalist in the United States gets an Order of ECOS that they get to hand to somebody in honor and recognition of somebody who's made a meaningful contribution to their journey to the podium, because Olympic medals are never achieved alone. So I am here today, and I'm so honored to present this, my Order of ECOS medal, to you, Donald Trump.
Oh, boy.
Thank you. So we only get one, but I want to recognize the support and the impact you've had on women's sports throughout the Olympic movement, specifically standing up to keep biological women in women's sports, to keep the field of play safe and allow for fair competition. Furthermore, because your policies are creating greater access to IVF, so families like mine can continue to grow as I look to become and expand my family again, I believe this actually makes you the first president in history to ever be awarded an Order of ECOS as well. So thank you.
Oh, here. We'll do that.
Oh, that's sweet. That's
Isn't
sweet.
he just the best? He's the best. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. I knew I liked her. I liked her right from the first second. Now I know why. That's good. That's really nice. Beautiful. Thank you both very much. Appreciate it. So I'm going to now do a little signing, and the signing is going to be very impactful, very important, and it's something that Melania feels very strongly about, and so do I, and perhaps the people that I called before, come on up, and if you want, bring your families up. Bring your families, and we'll sign all together. Is that okay? Come on. So, you ready? Okay. No auto pen, right, Pam? Am I allowed? No auto pen. Okay, ready? Watch what I do. So quiet. Okay, we did it. You want that? Hand these out. Here you go, you champion. Won so much gold, she doesn't know what to do with it. It's gotten very valuable lately, gold.
Yeah, but we also need XRP, sir. Just let Brad speak. Besides gold, XRP.
I want to thank you all very much. That's really nice. You take another one. There you go. Thank you all very much. Fantastic. Thank you.
And then he leaves. That's his last appearance today. For today. Spam Bondi, Second Lady. Hello, everybody. And Kellyanne Conway, of course. Oh! Price of oil is ramping up still, so he's going back to making more decisions for the world. Because of oil, still if you go to the gas station, so obviously some people there asking.
And Michigan.
There you go.
Investigated act of terror.
Tragic.
Oh, okay. He asked him about what happened in Michigan, the shooting. All right. Guys, big shout out to Bravo. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for that kind donation. And you're always welcome here. And I believe we had another one from Planets. Thank you, Planets. You're awesome, bro. Thank you so much. Go to X. Oh, look. It is absolute shame. What do we have here? What do we have here? So let me pause this. It is an absolute shame that something so non-partisan like innovation, it is this difficult to mark up and pass. It proves that our system is broken. Elected leaders favor the status quo because the status quo keeps them in power. New Senate Majority Thune told he doesn't expect the Clarity Act to pass out of the Senate Banking Committee before April. Oh! Oh! I guess the 80%. I guess the 80% that Brad Garlinghouse was speaking about, it's not gone. The Senate will vote on the SAVE Act next week, the GOP voter ID, but that is expected to fail. Thune told reporters he believes there are some bipartisan bills that the Senate can turn to afterwards if Democrats are willing. Market structure is a bill that I'm hoping going to come out of the banking committee soon, probably not before, I will say, the April time period. Well. Brad did say the end of April, by April, right? So we'll just have to see and wait. But yeah, that is our government is not our government. Government is the worst invention. Oh, sure. Congress is owned by the banks. Meaning, this means that March is gone. Oscar, but it's barely the 12th gone. March is gone, guys. March is gone. There's nothing happening this March. April might be gone too. So get ready for about 30 more days of nonsense, right? Because we have FOMC. Jerome Powell is not going to do anything. He's not going to cut. He's not going to hike. He's just going to pause. Nothing. It's going to be useless. Just what it is, man. We got to wait till Q2 now. Q2. Oh! Well, I mean, at least you're hearing it from me first, you know? It is what it is. We can still buy the dip. I think those are the good news, you know? 2040. Oh, man. It is what it is. Wait. What's happened here? Oh, boy. Look at this. Do you got any breaking news? Any breaking news? Wow, we got a 5% drop just like that. Oh my. Wait, let me refresh. Wow, that's a big fat candle, bro. That is a candle. Wow. I'm watching the 1 minute. So, it's 4 p.m. now, Central Time. Wow, bro. Let me see. Take a look at TradingView. Insider sale. That was painful, bro, for a lot of people, man. And XRP is the same. BTC is still holding the line. Wow, I mean, it just dropped from $96, bro, to 91. Now, what's the next candle gonna be? Oil price, 95. Could be just the exchange that I'm watching it. Could be, because it was doing okay and just all of a sudden just dropped, and it hasn't moved, so there might be 96. I still have 96 here. Okay. Weird. All right, everybody. There you have it, fam. There you have it. What a nice conversation so far. Big shout out to all women. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the donors, to all the members, to all the new subscribers. I got you guys, and links down below for BTCC. We still have a 4,000 XRP. 4,000 XRP. So if you guys are looking into XRP, that's your place to go. Get in on BTCC. And iTrustCapital, big shout out to iTrustCapital if you're looking at retirement and tax-free advantage. I have the link down below. Look, they've been in business for so long. I trust them. So, you know, Trust Capital, for those who want to have that type of strategy. We got a bunch of strategies. We got a bunch of portfolios. We got a bunch of different allocations. You decide what to do with each. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace. UK All, that's the one. Thanks, brother. This is better then? Okay, I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, bro. 101. I think that might be the one. $100? Ooh. Might not be dollars, right? Gotcha. Cheers.